New mic, sound check, testing, check. There are strange things done 'neath the midnight sun by the men who moil for gold. The Arctic trails have their secret tales that would make the blood run cold. The Northern Lights have seen queer sights, but the queerest they ever did see was the night on the marge of Lake Labarge I cremated Sam McGee. Now Sam McGee was from Tennessee. You're watching A Recipe for Nightmares, exploring the Vincent Price cookbook with your host, John McNee, the show with the title that explains the premise of the show so that I don't have to. It is so hot, I may actually die. Seriously, I'm horror author John McNee, and this is the Vincent Price cookbook. That's all there is to it. You don't need to know anymore. Tired of explaining myself every damn episode. It's episode 8 and we're going back to basics. Just me in the kitchen with a recipe from Vincent Price. No gimmicks, no special guests, no simmering sexual tension. You guys know the episode I mean. Today's recipe is Cape Cod Scallops Saute Meuniere. Meuniere. One of those has got to be right. It might surprise you to learn that the scallops I'll be using aren't actually from Cape Cod. In his book, Vincent Price says, New England seafood is without peer. But I don't know, Scottish seafood isn't so bad, so that's what we're going with today. For quality as well as convenience. We require scallops, butter, cooking oil, lemon, parsley, and flour. It's a short list of ingredients and a simple recipe because I can't be bothered. Step 1, wash and drain your scallops and dry in a kitchen towel. Oh, it's so hot. Different kitchen towel. Dredge in flour, pretty dredged. And it says shake vigorously to remove all excess flour. Seems to have done the trick. In a heavy iron skillet, heat up some cooking oil, about 1/4 inch deep. And the recipe says when it's almost smoking hot, add half of the scallops. How do I know when it's almost smoking? It's like you ever ask someone for directions and they tell you, yeah, go straight ahead, turn left before you see the clock tower, and then you keep going and you see the clock tower and you miss the turning. Frankly, from Vincent Price, I would expect better. That seems pretty close to smoking, so I'm going to add them. We're going to let them brown for about 5 minutes. Did you hear the one about the prawn that married the scallop? Didn't work out because they were both too shellfish. I'm just giving you a little break from me because I think you might need that once in a while. Turning these over. Hey, do you ever wonder how seahorses get around? They scallop. I actually made that one up, I swear. I didn't have no help nor nothing. So remove them from the pan with a slotted spoon and let them drain on some kitchen towel. For the sauce, drain off all the fat from the pan. Throw in some butter and heat it. When the butter turns light brown, as it is doing, immediately add the juice of half a lemon and some finely chopped parsley. And remove from the stove at once. For presentation, pour the hot butter sauce over the scallops and serve with a garnish of parsley and lemon wedges. Seriously. And there we have it, Cape Cod Scallops Saute Meuniere. Today's dish will be paired with the 2015 Chardonnay and the Vincent Price horror film, The Haunted Palace. Seeing as today's dish is inspired by the seafood of New England, I thought what better to pair it with than a film set in the quaint New England hamlet of Arkham, Massachusetts.
Only this. Surely as the village of Arkham has risen up against me, so shall I rise from the dead against is the village of Arkham. Each one of you is a weapon. Micah Smith, Benjamin West, Brian Willett, Gideon Leach. All of you and your children and your children's children shall have just cause to regret the actions of this night. For from this night onward, you shall bear my curse. Burn the devil. Burn him.
Today's episode is brought to you by Visions from the Void from Bardizo Books. 12 original tales of the bizarre inspired by 12 original op art pieces, an anthology like no other. Please do like, comment, share, subscribe, and of course, join me next time for another recipe for nightmares. I mean, truth be told, it's not easy recording an episode of a YouTube cookery show during a heat wave, the likes of which Scotland has never seen, but luckily I'm such a professional that no one could tell.